Welcome back to Beyond the White Couch. I am Sierra, the mental health homegirl, and I want to give you guys my personal review on the Barbie movie. Prior to seeing the Barbie movie, I saw a lot of mixed reviews of whether it was for kids or not for kids, whether it was trash or not trash. And I just had to see for myself. So, me and my daughters are 10 and 7. We went and saw the Barbie movie yesterday. And listen, I thought that the movie was amazing. Now, going into it, I didn't really watch a lot of the trailers and all of that, so I had really no idea of what the movie was about, like whatever. Barbie, I'm thinking, dollhouse, dreams house. I thought it was gonna be a little childish, not even gonna lie. However, it wasn't. It was more a real life, real application, ready to kind of like take a different approach to looking at Barbies and real life and women and patriot. It's a lot, right? There's so much that went into the movie. So, without spoiling the movie, I'm going to kind of give you a few of my takeaways. So, as a therapist, I thought that they did a really good job of incorporating a lot of mental health aspects of the movie. So, if you do have kids and they're younger, know that there are a lot of points and things that are being referenced in a movie that if you're not having this conversation that they're going to miss, right? However, if you are having this conversation, they will walk away with some level of knowledge or something as it relates to mental health. I also think that the movie did a really good job of representing the real life problems or challenges that women face in today's society with social media and so many different, comparisons and, pressure on body image and what you look like and what you do. They did a really good job of addressing that from a realistic perspective, and I absolutely loved that. And I also think that the movie did a really good job of teaching the message of it's okay to be human. As a therapist, I talk about this all the time with people operating in this world of a lot of superficial stuff and the pressures and complexities of what it's like to kind of be yourself in this day and time. And so I definitely think that the movie did a great job of allowing humanness to be incorporated in a superficial world. And at the end of watching the movie, I asked my daughters to give me at least one takeaway from the movie. Again, we have regular conversation about emotions and feelings and how to process your emotions because that is very important, right? And so my oldest daughter, again, she's 10, said that her takeaway it was that you don't have to have permission to be human and be you. And my 7-year-old said that it doesn't matter how bad you feel, you're beautiful just the way you are. And so I couldn't ask for a better message to be received from my two kids. But again, this is the conversations that we had. And so in watching the movie, I also feel like there were some points in the movie that kind of sparked some questions or kind of reality checks for people who talk about the movie being trash or saying that it was hard for kids to maybe understand what was happening in the movie. So the one thing I would say is make sure you're having dialogue with your kids about feelings and emotions and social media, the pressures of society and all of that, because those are real things, right? Those are real life things that kids face, that adults face, that are just reality. And as a parent, it is your job to have these types of conversations with your kids, because if you don't have it, the world is going to have it. And I don't know about you, but I don't want the world teaching my kids about nothing, okay? I want them to be able to hear it from me first. And so I really do think that having that open dialogue about the reality of reality, the reality of reality, kids should be able to understand what it's like to process feelings, know what it's like to, speak your mind and all of that. The second point of, I think I've seen a lot of people talk about the mentioning of proper body terms, right? So saying vagina and penis. Listen, you need to be educating your kids about the proper ways to identify their body parts, because if in the event that something happens or they need to describe something to somebody who isn't you, they need to be able to express that with the correct terms so that anybody can identify that. And so I'm not sure why the world or why people feel that saying proper terms is such a out of pocket thing, but it really isn't. And the other thing that I took away, and something that I think people need to process a little more, is being able to embrace your own identity, right? There's a lot of times people get caught up in who they are around or who they're dating, and what your parents or people around you perceive you to be, and you don't step into this power of owning your own story and owning who you are, and then you fall into the trap of being like everybody around you, or being like what people tell you that you are. And so it's really important for you to stand firm in who you are and what you believe in and what you value. And again, like, these are things that I took away from this 2-hour movie. And so if you have kids or not, it's definitely a movie that I would highly recommend that you go watch, and understand that if that's not where you are in life, it could be very triggering, right? It could be very hard for you to digest some of the messages, not even just as kids, but as adults. If that's not where you are in your life, you may not be able to digest and appreciate what this movie is about. And so I hope this helps. And if you haven't seen it, go see it. And if you have, tap in with me. Let me know what you took away from the movie, and if any of the things that I said resonate with you and you watching it. But thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.